Madam Mayor. So where are we today?
We are at the Morris Thompson Visitor Center to learn all about the culture here in Fairbanks.
This is a pretty cool place. They have a lot of information in here, and I have been here before, so pretty neat.
And it's another thing that's free to go to.
It is free and very informative.
Yes.
So I hope everybody enjoys this little trip. Get to learn a lot about the cultures and the Indian culture, the native cultures, and
if you swing around, you can see some pretty flowers next to
yeah.
this little cabin.
Very nice.
Another beautiful day here in Fairbanks, loving this wonderful weather.
How you like that daylight? Are you getting used to that daylight yet?
Yeah.
It doesn't really ever get dark, does it?
No. And you just want to keep going and going and going.
And tomorrow is, I think, June 21st, and that's summer solstice. You know the significance of that day?
Is it June 21st? No, that's Friday.
Okay, Friday.
That's called video bombing.
I know, they're video bombing us.
So what is the significance?
June 21st is summer solstice, and that's the longest day of the year. Now, in most states, that's not a very significant activity. But up here, it's very significant because look how long the days get here. You get about 22 and a half hours of daylight. And even that hour and a half of darkness, it's not dark. It's like twilight.
Guess what's happening this Saturday?
What's happening?
The Midnight Sun Festival.
Oh, yeah, that's where all the street vendors come downtown and they close off the streets.
That's going to be way cool.
So we'll make sure and get some of that video too, because that's really a neat experience.
For sure.
They also have a gold panners game, and you ask, what is a gold panner? It's a baseball team. It's a semi-pro baseball league team up here in Fairbanks, and they do a first pitch at 10, I think it's 10 or 10:30 at night.
10 p.m.
10 p.m. and they have no lights on the field, so it's a midnight sun game, they call it, the Midnight Sun.
Well, that's
and you
neat.
get a commemorative coin when you attend that game, and I think that's Friday.
Yes, Friday.
So that might be neat to experience the Midnight Sun game.
Yeah, we'll see if you want to go.
All right. But right now, it's the Visitor Center.
The Visitor Center. Let's visit the Visitor Center.
Let's do.
Shall we? It's pretty big. Are they about that big?
Mm-hmm. It's probably a real one stuffed. Ooh, it's a smokehouse.
Yeah, it's just like what we saw on the Discovery riverboat.
Yeah.
And all the critters don't get to eat the meat.
So that section was summer, now we're going through autumn.
Preparing for winter.
Preparing for winter. How would you like to come around behind that rock and run into that?
No, thank you. Those teeth and nails are nothing I want to mess with. He kind of looks like he smelled one of your farts.
I don't think so. He'd know I was a friend if that was the case. Looks a little hard. Are those your slippers?
Maybe.
How do you?
Someone took a bite out of them.
How do you get up there?
Well, I'd show you, but I didn't bring any bubble wrap, so it might not be good.
I like this cabin though.
Yeah, it's very nice.
If we could find a wooden cabin like this on some lake somewhere in Tennessee, I'm all in.
Just a better bed.
Just a better bed. Modern conveniences with a rustic charm.
Oh, spend time in one of Alaska's 200 public use cabins. It says that there's over 200 public use cabins.
Oh.
And each cabin is equipped with a logbook that documents the trail conditions, the maintenance needs, I can't even speak today, and visitors' experiences. So this is like an example of the logbook that you might find in the notes people leave.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it documents the conditions of everything, the cabin, the weather.
Yeah, that's neat.
It's nice that they do that.
Initially, they were supposed to ship it out by all trains to the Northwest Passage, but they finally managed to listen to the 800-mile pipeline from Pennsylvania to Valley.
They are bordered the city 100 miles apart. It crosses 3 mountains. They come to the river, but only the waters from so west of that in the river.
Behind me is one of the major challenges, permafrost. Permafrost is permanently frozen ground. The problem was, the oil comes out of the
I've seen a whole lot of those Coleman stoves in some of these exhibits. This is just like the one that we sold in the flea market.
I know. Maybe we shouldn't have sold it. Could have brought it up here and it gotten better use.
They use white fuel, and sometimes that white gas is hard to find, and it's just another fuel source you have to carry too. So weight was a consideration, space was a consideration. But these exhibits are very realistic. Very realistic. It's hard to tell they're exhibits. There's some animal traps.
Even notes from Mom.
Yeah, notes from Mom.
See, she calls them honey, not bacon. Ooh.
Ooh, meat.
King salmon. Backstrap. Nice.
Snowshoes, the boat prop, and coffee.
Gotta have the coffee.
Gotta have the coffee.
We're mining on the fingertip of coal here. At our current rate of mining, about 1.5 million tons a year, that's enough to last us well over 300 years without looking for any more coal.
It's equated to something on the order of 1,000 fruit of maize in energy.
Coal was discovered in the Keeley Valley during the gold rush days when there was a requirement for fuels for the steam-driven trains and vessels on the waterways. The Valley coal mine itself began with Emo Valley, an immigrant from Italy.
My father came out in 1935, actually. Then when World War II started, the Army said they needed another source of coal for what was in Ladd Army Airfield. And the first year, as I recall, was 10,000 tons of production. 10,000 tons was a year. Right now, we're producing about 14,000 tons a day.
So before we can mine the coal, we have to remove the dirt that's on top of it. Blast it, come in with truck shovels or drag lines to move the dirt away. We load it in haul trucks, haul it to the tipple. The coal is crushed, conveyed to the train loadout facility, and then poured into the trains. 2/3 of our coal that we load into trains goes north to feed the 5 interior Alaska coal power plants. The other third goes to our Pacific Rim export customers because our coal is some of the lowest sulfur coal in the world. It pays for people to bring it extraordinary distances to blend in with higher coals to meet emission standards.
We run big iron here because the bigger the piece of equipment, the more product we can move at one time.
Valley's Ace in the Hole dragline is the largest land mobile piece of equipment in Alaska.
The dragline, it has a 34-yard bucket on it, 1,300 to 1,700 yards an hour.
The boom radius of 275 feet and can dig down to 140 feet.
And it's just like big Tonka toys. You get to play with everything.
It can be a challenge repairing this stuff sometimes. You ain't going to use a small torque wrench for a lot of it, so take big tools for most of it.
The goal of Valley's reclamation effort is to return the land back to its original condition such that it looks just like it did before the mining operation.
We have a crop duster that comes in here and dumps thousands of pounds of fertilizer and seed down after we've regraded everything to contour the land back as close as we can to what it was originally.
The Trans-Alaska Pipeline is really one of the great engineering achievements of modern time.
The weather challenges were the cold, the snow, the wind.
I don't care how used to you are cold, you never get used to it up here. When it's cold, it's cold.
The construction of this pipeline was a modern marvel. It was too big for any one oil company, and the risks were too big.
The oil discovery in Alaska in 1968 was what they call an elephant field. The largest ever discovered in North America, an estimated 15 billion recoverable barrels of oil.
If you've ever read anything about the gold rush, that's what I would relate it to. It was towns popping up overnight, population increase. It was 24/7 go, party.
I think a big plus was the thousands of jobs that it brought to Alaska, including Alaska natives. The native people worked in the trade and all the different aspects of it, from laborers to cleaning the camps to electricians and pipe fitters.
The problem was, it was in a place locked in by extreme winter temperatures.
And what you did to keep warm was layers and layers and layers of clothes, and you know, your breath turned to ice, and even your eyelashes were frosted.
The first big question was how to get the oil to market. Initially, there were proposals to ship it out by oil tanker through the Northwest Passage, but the final answer was to build an 800-mile pipeline from Prudhoe Bay to Valdez.
You know, it's more than just 800 miles of pipe. It crosses 3 mountain ranges, 800 rivers, and one of them being the largest in Alaska, that's Utah River.
Behind me is one of the major challenges, permafrost. Permafrost is permanently frozen ground. The problem was the oil comes out of the ground anywhere from 140 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. In order to cross the permafrost, the pipeline had to be elevated because that would prevent the heat from destroying the ground.
Regardless of the weather, the work had to continue. Keeping the machinery running was just as much a challenge as keeping the people warm to do the work. Keeping the pipe heated up to the right temperature so that the welding could take place.
Three of the greatest obstacles that the pipeline faced are the Brooks Range in the north, the Alaska Range in central Alaska, and the Coast Range in southern Alaska, through Adigan Pass, Isabel Pass, and Thompson Pass. In places, it was so steep, not at 45 degrees, but at 55 degrees, which essentially is almost like putting a ladder beside your house and walking up the ladder. So they had to drag the pipe, pull it up along by drag lines in order to get it into place.
The Port of Valdez is the most northern ice-free port in the United States. You know, there was no port in the world that could load oil as quickly as the Valdez terminal.
The numbers are staggering. 70,000 people, $8 million, men and women from all walks of life, welders, mechanics, teamsters, you name it. It took really an army of men and women to build the pipeline.
The construction of this pipeline was equivalent to the 7 great wonders of the world. And I'll probably never see anything quite like this in my lifetime.
It's pretty amazing. It's a birch bark basket.
I thought, oh, cool.
What?
I thought maybe it was that. Look at this. This is good to get.
Engineering achievements of modern time.
The other challenges were the cold, the snow, the wind.
I don't care how used to you are cold, you never get used to it up here. When it's cold, it's cold.
The construction of this pipeline was a modern marvel. It was too big for any one oil company, and the risks were too big.
That's pretty cool, that chief's basket and the beaded headdress. It's made of deer skin and glass beads. You got a walrus skull and tusks up here.
That's what I would relate it to. It was towns popping up overnight, population increase. years. It was 24/7 and we got a little party. I think a big possibility. Evolution has transformation. The photo we see today does not look like the photo you would have seen even 30 years ago. I love dog mushing. I think that seeing dogs doing what they're bred to do, and they're so happy to do it, they're such healthy, hardy dogs, I think it's such a fantastic thing.